Welcome back to Backyard Cigars. Today I have a little shorty in my hand by the name of AVO Synchro Nicaragua Short Robusto. Measuring in at 4 by 52, it is indeed a short Robusto. Now this cigar is made at the Davidoff factory in the Dominican Republic. This is all common knowledge. It sports an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. I heard somewhere else that it might be Ecuadorian Connecticut shade. No, this is pretty much Ecuadorian Habano. The binder is Dominican. The filler is Dominican, Nicaraguan, of course, and Peruvian. A small amount of Peruvian is used, and it's interesting when you hear about certain types of tobacco that aren't normally used in cigars, and they're put into that blend with a specific reason. My small amount of research on Peruvian tobacco is that though they've been doing it a really long time, they obviously don't have a huge industry in the tobacco industry, and they make a small amount of tobacco. Much of it is considered very good, and while I've yet to try Peruvian puro, hey, that's always on the list. Try something different. But in this case, from what I've heard, it's described as being hearty and spicy. Now, one could say that about Nicaraguan tobacco as well. So how does it mesh in this blend with what I assume is Dominican Piloto and the Nicaraguan? Not sure what part of Nicaragua they got this tobacco from, but here's what I will tell you. I gotta say, today is 40 degrees at this very moment, and this was in the humidor, I would say, since Christmas. And I left the cellophane on, took the cellophane off, and let it acclimate outside for about a good 30 minutes. I gotta say, it's tasting very fresh. As you saw, a very, very good draw, very good smoke output, a spicy start to this little cigar. And obviously the design of 4 by 52 is intended for a person who just doesn't have enough time for that added inch of cigar. That's not always a bad thing. Every cigar has its place and purpose. And in my case, I wanted to smoke a Robusto today, but then I kind of saw time dwindling and I said, you know what? Let me go for one of these Christmas gifts. Thank you, Mr. Rosario. This AVO is a box press, very neatly box pressed, and I gave it a V cut because once again, that's what I like to do with box press cigars. So far, the burn line is a little off, just slightly. I'm hoping it corrects itself. I'm just getting a lot of earth and spice. And when I mean spice, I mean it's pretty spicy, but in a very good way. It's a welcomed spice because, and I'm thinking to myself, this combination of the Ecuadorian Habano with the Nicaraguan and the Peruvian are really adding a lot of spice to the cigar. This is just what I think. The Dominican is there perhaps to balance it off a little bit so that it's not a complete spice bomb. But it's also billed as a medium-bodied cigar. I'm getting medium to full right now. Some people might consider this a full-bodied cigar. It's a strong medium, if you want to say that. It's definitely got a very open draw. I'm going to take a little bit of time with it and come back to wrap it all up. Look, folks, I always believe that for the most part, and correct me if I'm wrong, and if you disagree, that's fine, smaller cigars deserve shorter reviews. There is just a lot less to say in a shorter amount of time that you're smoking a cigar, and I don't like to overdo things. So what I will say is that this cigar started off very spicy, some spicy wood notes, some earth tones, and developing, you got little bit hints of sweetness. I'm thinking they come from the Dominican tobacco. The construction on it, I had to give it a minor touch up. For the most part, it's pretty good construction, very neatly box pressed. It's good. It tastes good. It's just very spicy. So if you don't really like a lot of spice in your cigars, then you might not want to try this cigar. But I would say shock your palate every now and then. Try something different. It's only 4x52. Give it a shot. It's a good bang for your buck. In my case, it was a Christmas gift, but I have to say it is a very welcomed gift, because at this very moment I'm enjoying the body, I'm enjoying the spice notes, the woody notes, the earth tones, the hints of sweetness, and I'm also enjoying the fact that I'm getting a lot of that medium to full bodied up front with a very good draw. Always makes me happy to know that I'm getting a good draw out of my cigar with good smoke output. So with that, I bid you farewell, and I say to you all, thank you very much for watching. Till next time on Backyard Cigars.